Denver Broncos running back Jaleel McLaughlin was in the 104.3 The Fan studio on Thursday with Zach Bye and Philip Lindsay on the drive, and he talked about hearing the disrespect. Welcome into your Denver Sports Daily for June 21st. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel V. Hill.
Zach Bye and Philip Lindsay got a lot out of running back Jaleel McLaughlin, but the best answer from the undrafted running back came when Zach Bye asked him if he hears the outside noise about the Broncos, specifically the folks that think they'll have a top 5 draft pick in 2025 and Pro Football Focus ranking Denver's roster as the worst in the NFL. And Jaleel had a good answer that honestly got a lot of fans pumped up. Take a listen.
Yeah, I hear it, and it pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and we gonna show them. We gonna show them. I want them same people to keep that same energy at the end of this year. And shoot, after the first game, because we're gonna show them the first game. But I want them to keep that same energy. Don't start putting us at, you know what I'm saying? And I done kept some receipts. You know what I'm saying? So when they come and they talk to me about it, we got something to say about it. You know, but I think that y'all not even have they been to a practice? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
like those people, right?
Yeah. Have they been to?
Probably not.
Probably not,
No.
right? You know what I'm saying? But we gonna show them. And it pisses me off. And I'm sure if everybody in the locker room, if they seen it as well, like I am, it's gonna piss them off too.
It's pretty cool to hear a pro athlete admit that he's aware of the media narratives around the team. And I like the fact that he says, I've kept some receipts. I think it's really cool. Most of the experts think the Broncos will go in the neighborhood of 5-12 at some point this season. And I do think it's interesting that they all hear it. And if I'm Sean Payton, I would make sure that our team or the Denver Broncos are very aware of the talk. There's something about having a team or a player with a chip on their shoulder that they want to go out there and prove everybody wrong. This is professional sports at the end of the day. And let's be totally real. These players can go play for pretty much almost any team. We can all have the conversations about Courtland Sutton and how he wouldn't be a wide receiver number 1 on any team. And while he may not be wide receiver number 1, he'd still probably be a really good wide receiver if he was on a team with Patrick Mahomes. It's all about your surroundings. And I think this year, despite the fact that we're talking about Bo Nix possibly being a quarterback or Jarrett Stidham, I do think that the Denver Broncos will be a better team than they are last year, just based on the fact that things are starting to fall into Sean Payton's way. So yes, the Broncos may not have a good record, but if it's starting to build a team that Sean Payton wants and actually thinks can go out there and win, then they are already on the right step. So I find it fascinating that Jaleel McLaughlin came out and said, you know what, I'm keeping receipts, and I like that a lot. Also, huge shout out to him for actually coming into the 104.3 The Fan studio. A lot of players will just hop on the phone and do a quick phoner, but he actually came in, sat down, talked with Zach Bye and Philip Lindsay, and it looked really good. So congratulations to those guys for landing such a big get. And yeah, thanks to Jaleel McLaughlin for coming in and hanging out with them for a little bit. The Colorado Avalanche announced their 2024 preseason schedule on Thursday meeting, and believe it or not, hockey will be back in just 3 months. The Avs are set to host Dallas on September 23rd at Ball Arena in the first of 6 games to get ready for the regular season. Colorado will play 3 at home and then 3 on the road against 3 opponents. Head coach Jared Bednar will lead the Avalanche against the Dallas Stars, Vegas Golden Knights, and the new Utah Hockey Club that used to be the Arizona Coyotes. The regular season schedule should come out at some point in July, with Colorado looking to get back to being champions once again. We would, of course, love to see that, and we're hopeful that will for sure be happening, but excited to see the preseason schedule already come out, and I cannot believe it will be back in 3 months. That's absolutely crazy. It'll be here before we know it, everybody. Buckle up. Now, Colorado Avalanche forward Andrew Cogliano has officially announced his retirement from the game of hockey after 1,294 regular season games and 17 seasons in the National Hockey League. Exciting news, Cogliano will be joining the Avalanche front office, where he will assist in a variety of roles, including player development, professional and amateur scouting, as well as working with the America Hockey League's Colorado Eagles, which of course is up in Loveland, Colorado. Cogliano, 37 years old, finished his career with 464 points in those 1,294 contests with the Edmonton Oilers, Anaheim Ducks, Dallas Stars, San Jose Sharks, and then of course the Colorado Avalanche. He also recorded 40 points in 131 career postseason games and helped the Avalanche win the 2022 Stanley Cup. So huge congratulations to Andrew Cogliano. I'm so stoked that he is going to be staying with the team and working in the front office. When we had talked to him in the locker room, of course, at the end of the season, Very heartbroken. Like, let's be honest, nobody expected it to end the way that it did. But the way that he portrayed himself as if he wasn't 100% sure what was going to happen quite yet. You take a little time, you take a few weeks, and you decide either my body's not up for it, my heart's not in it as much as it was. And I don't think it was his heart not being in it. Otherwise, I don't think he would stick around in the front office. So I'm really excited for him. And again, congratulations on an amazing career. The Colorado Rockies will get a big boost this weekend when left-handed starter Kyle Freeland, returns from injury. This is going to be major, and this is a household name for so many Colorado Rockies fans. The 31-year-old has been out since April 14th, dealing with an elbow strain in his throwing arm. He ran a day later when he suffered a nasty collision, and the team says it is unrelated to the injury that has kept him out the past 2 months. Like I said, this is a household name. This is a name that people get excited for, and to finally be able to see him get out there on Sunday is going to be massive for the Colorado Rockies. So good news on that front, and hopefully they're able to win a few more games with him out there. We'll end up seeing what happens with the pitching rotation there, but again, good news for Colorado Rockies fans. The makers of Madden NFL 25 dropped some new gameplay footage on Thursday and also referenced one of the more entertaining stories of the offseason. The video shows off the game's boom tech feature and opens up with Steelers quarterback Justin Fields returning a kickoff. Do you remember when that story made the headline last month when word got out that Steelers special team coach Danny Smith had pitched the idea of using Fields on kickoff? Fields himself dismissed the idea as a joke, and lots of people have kind of played into it. But I do think it's funny that Madden 25 is having fun with it and saying, hey, let's take one of the biggest storylines out here and use it. Madden NFL 25, will be out on August 16th. So again, we'll be here before we know it, but it will be funny if you can have Justin Fields do kickoff turns. I'm definitely here for it if you can. All right, so we got the Celtics Parade, obviously NBA champions, and it's a lot of fun, but Derek White, we all remember how he had his chipped tooth. Yeah, we have that picture. And he said, getting a championship, this is what we worked for. I mean, I'll lose all my teeth for a champion. I'll get it fixed, and then I'll enjoy this one. But he did, in fact, get his teeth fixed. Derek White says he spent about 3 hours in the dentist chair getting a temporary fix for his teeth so he can have a beautiful smile for the parade. And then another cool thing about the parade today, the Boston is giving school students an early start on their summer vacation thanks to the Celtics Parade. So Boston Public Schools have bumped up the last day of school to Thursday, yesterday, because of the Celtics victory parade on Friday. Superintendent Mary Skipper says the crowds for the parade leave schools with no safe and reliable way to transport our students, which I'm kind of like, or you could also just say, hey, the Boston Celtics just won. We want to be able to let all these kids and their families go be able to hang out and like cheer on the Celtics and have fun at the parade. Parades are awesome. So I love that they did this. They said, hey, kids, have fun. Let's be honest. Last week of school, you don't do anything anyways. It's just a big party the entire time. So let them go party and hang out with the Boston Celtics. And also, let's be real. It's June 21st and they're still in school. I'm like, man, I feel like school should have been over like 3 weeks ago, beginning of June. But hey, they're out. It's summer break officially. And hopefully a lot of them, like I said, will be heading on to cheer on the Boston Celtics parade. So again, congratulations, the Boston Celtics. I wish it was the Denver Nuggets, but still a really, really fun day as they have their parade. And the Lakers are set to hire J.J. Redick as their next head coach, according to reports. Just yesterday, we were talking about the possibility for the Detroit Pistons to be hiring them, and now we're official with the Lakers. Per ESPN, the team offered Redick the job on Thursday, and they have agreed on a 4-year contract. The 39-year-old Redick played 15 NBA seasons, but does not have any previous coaching experience. He's been working as an analyst for ESPN and was part of the broadcast team for the NBA Finals. He also co-hosts a podcast with Lakers star LeBron James, and Redick is the Lakers' second choice. They offered UConn Stan Hurley a 6-year, $70 million contract that he, in fact, did turn down, and he earned himself free rings for life from a local place out there near UConn. But yes, I do find this to be interesting. Zero coaching experience. I'm like, I get it. You've been a part of the game for a long time. It doesn't mean he can't do it. But the fact that it's never been high school or college or anything else, and he's just going straight into it. But also, let's be real. For a guy like LeBron James to be on your team, he's probably going to have a lot to say in certain different things of what's going to happen out there on the court. I just think it's going to be interesting. Or if you think LeBron James is going to possibly move on, or maybe, just maybe, this was another way that they were going to be able to keep LeBron James and be a part of the Lakers. And then Bronny James is going to come in too. Like, there's so many storylines with how this JJ Redick stuff is going to play out. I'm going to be fascinated to see what they look like next year when they all take the court. Well, the Panthers hopped back on a plane and set up tables for games of poker and 7-Up as they head back to Edmonton. The Oilers have narrowed it down to a 3-2 series after an impressive 5-3 win over the Panthers in Game 5 on Tuesday. McDavid had 2 goals and 2 assists, becoming the first player in finals history to have back-to-back 4-point games. Overall, he has 42 points in the playoffs, just 5 short of Wayne Gretzky's postseason record of 47. So be on the lookout tonight for him. And the series, like I said, heads back to Edmonton for Game 6 on Friday. It's going to be here before we know it, just a few more hours. And can Florida get it done, or is Edmonton going to tie up the series? And then we will have a Game 7. My favorite words in all of sports, Game 7. We will find out tonight. You guys, that's going to do it though for our Denver Sports Daily. Real quick, I always love checking your guys' comments. I hope the Jaleel interview gets posted on YouTube. A lot of the fan base is out of the area and don't get the whole shows. I will pass that information along to make sure that we can hopefully get it up on YouTube. I'm unfortunately not in like a part of that, but hopefully we are able to get it out. If not, I'm pretty sure you can listen to the entire interview on these the Drive podcast, which is available on the Denver Sports website. So definitely make sure you check that out. But like I said, I will pass it along to the people to hopefully be able to get that interview and stuff up on our YouTube channel. Maria says, thanks, Rachel. Thank you for spending just a little bit of time with me here. Hopefully you guys feel like you're a little bit caught up in the world of sports and everything that's happening. Again, it's hard to believe that it is already Friday with us being off on Wednesday for Juneteenth. I feel like this week has just absolutely flown by. So I'm excited. Will Peterson will be joining me on Coffee Break. We're talking about what does Bo Nix need to do essentially to make us believe he can actually be the franchise guy. It's a tough task at hand, that's for sure. But I'm going to be very interested to see what Will Peterson has to say. So a good conversation coming your way, 12 p.m. Mountain Time. So make sure you come hang out with us. And then we will be back on Monday as well, right back here, 10 a.m. Mountain Time for another episode of Denver Sports Daily. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and we will see you then. Bye.